100% Chance of Wine, sponsored by The Lodge at Columbia Point.
Today on 100% Chance of Wine, we made our way out to Hamilton Cellars on Red Mountain, and I'm joined by the owners. We have Stacy and Russ. The idea for you guys starting up a winery, that started what, back in 2006 for you guys?
Yeah, 2006 we got the idea and decided to take the plunge.
And so what did that look like there from 2006? I know it was a little bit of a headache as far as getting that building initially. Tell me more about that.
Well, we bought 14 acres in West Richland, and we were going to put a wine village in. And we actually had several spots already committed to other wineries. And we started the excavation and things, and we were about a week away from starting to build. And West Richland called us in and said, there's been an issue. The federal government says that you're trespassing on their land and you don't own it. We both said, we bought it. And so we went through that and found out they were correct and went through a year of suing them until we finally won the lawsuit. So they bought back the land and we were on to new places.
New things. Yeah. But then you, had another bump from there? Bump in the road?
Yep, I went to the city of Kennewick and I talked to the economic development director and said, I know you don't allow wineries in the city of Kennewick because the little donut of Bookwalter and those people were in the county at that time. And so there were no wineries in Kennewick. And he started laughing. And I said, that's kind of rude. And he said, no, we changed our law, the rules last week. And we now allow wineries, and we're looking for one. It's great. So we bought this beautiful land in Southridge, and we were all set. We did the whole architecture thing again, and set to start building. And the bank called me and said, "We're not going to fund your loan." And I said, "Why? It's been approved. I said, "You're suing West Richland, and as long as you're suing them, if you want to drop the lawsuit, we'll go ahead." And I said, no, we're not going to do that. So we ended up owning that land for over 10 years and then finally sold it last summer. And so then I called Richland and I talked to their economic development director and I said, I know you don't allow wineries in Richland. And he started laughing. I said, you guys are all sadistic. I don't know what's wrong with you. And he said, no, we just changed our rules too. So yes, you can have a winery and we're looking for one. So we took a existing piece of property in Queensgate Village and we turned it into our tasting room and had that for quite a while until we bought this property out here on Red Mountain.
And we bought the big production building on Wellhouse that we leased out to another winemaker.
Yeah.
It has our name and his name on it.
Yeah.
And you guys got lucky, Russ, with this building as far as getting it because you have a lot of people that were hungry for this spot too.
Oh yes, they were. We were approaching this poor man who owned this dilapidated house and this orchard, and he kept saying no. And finally one day I told my realtor, this is it. I can't do it anymore. We got to find a place where we can put an orchard or put a vineyard in it. And so he called me that afternoon. He said he's accepted your offer. I said, what? And he said, yeah, he accepted it, and it's yours.
That's awesome. So all the headaches that you guys had to endure at the beginning was worth it in the end this property that you guys have here now. You were talking about the design. You walk in and you have the windows that people can look out, just looking over that the beautiful view that you guys have here.
Right, we do. And when we were designing this, the architect said, "Oh no, you don't want to orient it that way because of the sun in the afternoon." I said, have you been out at the property? He wanted us to orient it north. And so, which is not, there's no bad views out here, but the money views out.
The west view is Mount Adams.
And beautiful valley. And so he finally came out right before we opened. He says, oh, you were right.
Now, this was a big lesson for Stacy because she was a CPA. And a financial advisor at the end, and I was the engineer that jumped into solar. So I was in Asia the entire time that she designed and built this. So all I would get was little snippets and emails of what's going on and an occasional picture, and she had full control and did just an excellent job.
I was going to say, you're happy with the end product then.
Oh, yes. I added the solar cell,
You
the
did.
solar panels, yeah.
And so 100% pretty much this building and everything is just operated by. Tell me more about that and how you decided to build this.
I was heavily involved in that for my final 15 years as an engineer. And I worked for solar-based companies in Japan and Norway and China and South Korea, and I actually lived 5 years between China and South Korea, so I knew a lot.
Right.
And I knew the particular panels I wanted, high efficiency panels. When people come out, they can see my live monitoring of our electrical generation. And we're a net zero winery, so 100% of what is produced, which is close to 60 megawatts a year, goes into the irrigation system in the vineyard, which is the big user. And then we have some big coolers in the production room, and then just air conditioning, little stuff out here, lights and whatnot. But that's proven out to be good.